Hey guys, this is a quick video to show you why and how I swapped my Force Gurkha BS6 steering rack. The previous gen Gurkha had a recirculating ball type system. In the BS6 version, it has been changed. Now it is a simple straightforward system. The Gurkha runs the most popular kind of steering arrangement, which is the rack and pinion setup. A simple spur gear acts as the pinion. It is connected to the steering wheel by a steering shaft. The pinion teeth are mated to a horizontal rack. So you rotate the steering, which in turn rotates the pinion, which in turn moves the rack from side to side. The steering knuckle on the wheel on either side is attached to this rack by tie rods. To what angle does the wheel turn for one turn of your steering wheel is called the steering ratio. So if you do a full turn, 360 degrees of the steering wheel, and the car's wheel only turns 30 degrees, then you have a steering ratio of 1:12. To assist you in doing this, the power steering system is incorporated, which brings in a hydraulic cylinder, which adds to the mechanical advantage, and you are able to turn the steering more easily. So there's a pump which maintains the pressure in the hydraulic lines, and by pressure and back pressure, it helps you move the steering rack. But my Django, as you may know, is the first batch 2021 model. And the way this hydraulics was set up in the earlier batches of the Gurkha gave it a very lorry-like feeling. And the first batch scapegoats, or beta testers as we are affectionately called, would know exactly what kind of feel I'm talking about. It was hard labor, especially at parking speeds and for low speed control off-road. But the good news is that Force has taken this feedback and worked on the steering system and has updated the complete system in their later batches in 2022. This is how the older system was routed. And in the new system, the hydraulic lines have been changed and routed differently. The bleed cylinder has been changed and the full steering rack has been updated. As a practice and a hobby, I keep taking test drives of new cars, including the Gurkha, as and when a new model hits the floors in different cities I visit, to find out what's new and improved and if I can update my Gurkha with it. In later batches, I felt that the steering was insanely light and swung like a breeze. That's when I figured that they have indeed updated the rack, and during my next service, I got the parts ordered, and on full payment, I got it swapped at extra cost. It costed me about 20,000 for the spare and about 2,000 for labor. I wish that instead of keeping it discreet like a secret, the company would rather reach out to its earlier owners and let them know of what all updates they have included in their refreshed models, so that if the owners are interested, they could upgrade, even on a payment basis. It is actually not such a big ask, considering that the number of total Gurkha owners are not that many, and so it's not difficult for the dealerships to actually reach out to individuals. Even a simple update on their website could help. Another simple thing, a dead pedal has been thrown into the new Gurkha, which will add in long-term driving comfort. Old owners can easily get that fitted next time you're in for service, but you wouldn't know that a dead pedal has been added until you actually poke your head into a newer model, would you? Unless you're weirdly addicted to new car test drives like I am. For the company, it is a no-brainer cash flow option. It only helps the company and the workshops in moving more spares. I wonder why they don't do it. It also earns a lot of goodwill points among the early adapters who invested a big amount of trust, which is more valuable than the money you paid for the metal. Let me know if you're planning to get these updates during your next service, and also make sure to check if your chassis number is due for bump stop reinforcement. Some batches of cars are being welded with reinforcement plates to make the bump stop bracket stronger. This is in response to many owners complaining of the bump stops not being able to take the LCA, crashing on bumps, causing a lot many related side effects. So be sure to get it checked if your particular model needs a bump stop reinforcement. Here's another update. Anti-roll bar clamps. The Gurkha is a tall truck, and if you do a lot of hill driving or just like to carry more speed through the corners, it is going to remind you that it is a top heavy truck, and the bruises of this abuse will be seen on your anti-roll bar, which offers torsional resistance against this. To help with this, Force has added new clamps to the most recent models. You can check if your vehicle already has them or can get them fitted next time you hit the service center. Please do let me know in the comments below if you have noticed that these clamps have been added in the newer model. Anyway, after the swap, the steering is smooth and hides the weight of the truck really well. On the flip side, I must say that the improvement is only in terms of ease of driving, and this steering is still not great on terms of steering feedback. It still remains a bit vague and loose and should not be compared to a nicely weighted road car steering. But for what I spent in turning to the new steering rack, I'm happy with the reduction in effort both on and off road it has resulted in. As a checklist, be your own QC. Please do inspect the steering linkages often and take care that the steering rack is fine and works as intended. And if you own a Gurkha or plan to get one in the future, my simple advice to you is to get under the car. This is not a fill it, shut it, forget it kind of vehicle. It demands a much more involved ownership experience. Get to know your car well and take care of it, and it will in return take care of you and take you to the ends of the world. The Gurkha is immensely potent, but it requires your involvement. Before you go, don't forget to let me know in the comments below if companies should come clean with the upgrades they are doing to their latest models, and give an option to owners to incorporate them in their vehicles, even on a payment basis. That's it, guys. Until the next time, bye bye.